tonight on Middle Tennessee News. The Murfreesboro Police Department recently faced a brutal kidnapping case, and Warren County has been under a watch due to an uncontrollable fire.
And the Laverne Police Department responded to a very interesting call regarding a horse that ended up in a swimming pool. All those stories plus your local weather and sports, Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Kira Fullington.
And I'm Carly Sutton. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
Murfreesboro Police Department and the Tennessee Highway Patrol worked together to solve a kidnapping and extortion case. Murfreesboro man was held hostage and tortured after being deceived by a prostitute at a local hotel. The man brought into the hotel before being approached by two men who made him undress, then took the man to a nearby bank by gunpoint and made him withdraw thousands of dollars. After nearly 10 hours, they drove the man back to his home, where he made a police report with the Murfreesboro Police Department. The three suspects, Jessica Mortson, Harry Kingham, and Joshua Frazier, were arrested and charged with aggravated robbery, extortion, and kidnapping. They are currently being held with a $33,000 bond, and the hearing will be January 26th.
First responders and the Tennessee National Guard were fighting fires into Tuesday night. Warren County sheriffs were called on Monday to reports of a trespasser who was previously banned from a McMinnville property in Esha, where Robert Vincent Halter had set up camp and started a fire. The fire became uncontrollable and led to responses from first responders in surrounding counties, along with the Tennessee National Guard helicopters dumping hundreds of gallons of water from the air. The sheriff's department made the announcement Tuesday night that the fire was under control, but some first responders would remain on scene.
Lebanon Police Department is seeking help for a missing person case. The police department is seeking assistance in locating Maria Villalobos. She is reported missing by family member and requires a general welfare check. She was last seen walking on Bluebird Road around midnight between October 22nd and October 23rd. She was possibly involved in a domestic dispute with her boyfriend. Anyone with information on her location is asked to contact Detective Justin Sandifer with the Lebanon Police Department.
The Womack building is up for possible reconstruction in the coming years.
MTSU Housing is in the beginning initiation phase of possibly demolishing and reconstructing Womack Lane Apartments on MTSU's campus. Students will still be able to live in the buildings until more has been decided. Director of Housing Michelle Safewright said they are still in the financial deciding process, but with prices fluctuating, it has been hard to pin down the cost.
We don't even have a design yet. It's just more the financial part of it right now, just deciding if what we can do and how much we can get for that money.
Safewright said Womack doesn't have modern features like centralized air and is not what students want nowadays since it was built in the 1970s. Womack is the only family-style housing option available for on-campus students and also formerly housed a daycare center which was located in the main building right behind me and closed last December. The center closed in December 2021, and according to Safewright, it was mainly due to lower enrollment rates year after year. They have not made plans for family housing in the future and likely won't build apartment-style buildings right away, but instead more traditional-style dorms. MTSU sophomore Audrey Bevan said she will keep up with the Womack updates, but has other plans for next year.
Half of the reason that I'm planning on moving off campus next year is because I know this is going to be demolished soon.
Safewright said although she knows the proposed time without Womack might be stressful, she hopes that it will meet students' needs. In Murfreesboro, this is Lauren Harwood with MTN News.
Safewright said there will be a final decision within the next 6 months, and we will keep you all updated as changes come.
The Murfreesboro Police Department needs your help. A person of interest was identified after a forgery of a check at a Chattanooga Home Depot. The individual stole a check for over $4,000, $740, and used it to purchase a zero-turn mower at Home Depot. The check belonged to a local property management company. If you have any additional information, call the Murfreesboro Police Department, Detective Rice.
The Laverne Police Department and their Fire and Rescue Department had a very interesting call. It is not every day that the Laverne Police Department and the Fire and Rescue Department is called to a home to rescue a horse that has fallen into an in-ground pool. The crew was able to get a rope around the horse and lead it out of the pool safely. The owners of the home do not know how the horse got into the pool, but was grateful for the police and fire department that came swiftly to their rescue.
Sarah Ottman joins us now with our first look at the weather.
Happy Wednesday. It's a bit chillier today in Murfreesboro than it has been all week, but don't worry, it'll be warming up again throughout the week. The rest of the mid-state is also experiencing some chillier weather and cloudy skies today as well. The highest temperature today is in Mount Juliet with a high of 60 degrees. The rest of the mid-region is sitting in the higher 50s with most at 57 and 59 degrees. I'll have more on tonight's weather after the break. Stick around.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Dr. Larry Burris shares yet another media commentary, and an MTN sports reporter goes behind the scenes with the MTSU Hockey Club. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Middle Tennessee News, and now we have Dr. Larry Burris with this week's media commentary.
Remember when only a few years ago there was a raging debate about the use of pocket calculators in math classes? After all, you could get an answer without really understanding the underlying logic. Now, database searches allow students to directly access information without having to work through the primary steps in reasoning. In the movie Jurassic Park, Dr. Malcolm makes a point of the scientist at the park manipulating genetics without understanding the underlying implications. And so we come to artificial intelligence, not robots taking over the world, but AI in the realm of creativity. Recently, an academic article, totally produced by artificial intelligence, was accepted for publication. The writers, if we can still use the term, simply gave a computer program a few words and a series of commands. The machine did the rest, and the experts who review the article assumed it was written by a human. So, if I want my students to write a paper, how much help from the computer can they get before the paper is no longer theirs? If they use a spelling and grammar checker, can the students actually be said to have edited and corrected any mistakes? Actually, these ethical issues are nothing new. If you have a professional level camera that can take into account all of the elements in a photograph, focus, contrast, composition, when you press the button, have you taken the photograph or has the camera? With some fairly inexpensive software and a few simple instructions, anyone can create works of art, songs or poems that are indistinguishable from those created by, well, I was going to say created by humans. So if I use any of those technologies, have I really created anything at all? Or has the software created it? No, I'm not afraid of computers taking over the world. I worry if we'll be able to tell the difference. I'm Larry Burris.
Thank you, Dr. Burris. Make sure to join us next week for his next media commentary. The State of Tennessee Department of Education won the inaugural ACT State Equity and Access Campaign Award on Tuesday. Tennessee leads the nation in access to the ACT by giving the exam twice during normal school hours at no cost to families. The students take the test first during their spring semester of their junior year and then have the opportunity to take it again in the fall semester of their senior year. Since the senior retake program took effect, composite scores of minority and low-income students have been able to raise scores by 2 points. The program has also given 1 in 3 students access to the Hope Scholarship, which has given away $64 million. Since 2021, the department has partnered with UT Martin to provide workshops, office hours, and classes to ensure success on the ACT.
Murfreesboro City Schools Hall of Fame recognizes 10 individuals. The MCS Hall of Fame Committee announced the inductees for the 2022-2023 school year. The inductees represent educators and support staff that made significant contributions to Murfreesboro City Schools, its students, and the community. The new members range from Ruth Bodewin, a teacher, Emma G. Rogers Roberts, a principal, and Dr. John Hodge Jones, superintendent. The Hall of Fame helps preserve the history and impact of MCS. A celebration of the Hall of Fame inductees will be held on November 16th, beginning at 5 p.m. at Bradley Academy.
The construction of new facilities at Middle Tennessee Electric's main campus is continuing to progress. The new facilities will help to relocate personnel and equipment rooms, the downtown office, which will be vacated next year. The expansion will provide a new space for its member services department, including a new drive-through for members. It will also offer multi-purpose meeting rooms to host employee training classes and meetings for large groups. In addition, work remains underway to expand New Salem Highway. To avoid traffic, MTE's St. Andrews and downtown locations offer alternate payment options.
The Middle Tennessee State University Student Athlete Performance Center was given a big boost ahead of its groundbreaking. MTSU has announced it gained an additional $1 million for its Build Blue project from the Smith family. The Smith family has been longtime donors on the campus. Many members of the family have even worked on campus. Their generosity has netted them the opportunity to have a portion of the complex named after them. The lobby will be named after the Smith family members, Tommy and Judy, following the donation from their son, Scott Smith. The project will begin this winter. Early voting for midterm election has begun. With Election Day just being over 2 weeks away, early voting is upon us and will run through Saturday. Early voting and polling locations can be found in the Go Vote TN app. Among the items that will be voted on are Governor, House of Representatives, Tennessee Senate, and 4 amendment proposals. Select counties will also have separate municipal races up for vote. Tennesseans who decide to vote early must have a state-issued photo ID or driver's license to be able to vote.
And now Sarah Ottman is back, so let's know what we can expect for tonight's forecast.
Welcome back. Tonight looks consistent throughout the mid-region, with temperatures reaching a low of 45 in Murfreesboro and Shelbyville. In other counties, the low is much of the same at 46 degrees. However, expect the humidity levels to be pretty high tonight, with them sitting in the low to mid-70s. The skies will be mostly covered by the overcast, so put away those telescopes for the time being. I'll have your full 5-day forecast after the break.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, Sarah Ottman is back with our full week forecast, and Dylan Simmons is over in the MTN Sports Den with our midweek sports report.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back, and now Sarah Ottman joins us with the full weather report.
Don't worry, everyone. Today is the coolest it will get this week. Murfreesboro will be back to normal starting tomorrow with a high of 66 and a day full of sunshine. Don't expect it to get too much warmer than that for the rest of the week, though, as the warmest temperatures we will have is on Friday at 72 degrees. The lowest temperature will be tomorrow night with a chilly 41 degrees, so keep your mittens close by if you have some evening plans. Expect some more clouds and rain into the weekend, as Sunday has a 70% chance of rain throughout the city. Overall, expect to keep your rain boots out for your Sunday afternoons, and expect humidity levels to stay pretty high throughout the week and into the weekend as well. With the regular rain, this may be a trend throughout the rest of the season. Expected to remain pretty windy throughout the week as well, with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. This is the last week of the Halloween season, so the rain can make for a bit of fun and a festive add-on to the activities. Make sure to take advantage of the MTSU's pumpkin painting and even some haunted houses on Greek Row. Kira, back to you.
When we come back, Dylan Simmons is over in the MTN Sports Den. He'll have your full sports report after the break. Stick around.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A guy who engineers both tennis excellence and experimental vehicles? Middle Tennessee News reporter TJ Myers gives us the full story on Max Rauch.
German native Max Rauch found MTSU as his home for higher education and men's collegiate tennis. During his 5-year span, Max dominated the courts along with being the team captain of the Blue Raiders men's tennis team for 2 years. While Max was competing on the courts, he was also competing off the courts in the experimental vehicles program on campus. When Max wasn't on the courts grinding, he turned that grind to his studies, where he was double majoring in mathematics and aerospace technology, or working on one of the 3 experimental vehicles in the workshops. Max received the CUSA Commissioner's Honor Roll, CUSA Academic Medal, and ITA Academic Scholar Athlete Awards in 2017, 18, 19, and 20.
On the court, of course, grinding means gotta practice. Even if you hate to practice, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to become better. That's what I consider grind. Same in the classroom. I'm competitive everywhere, right?
Once Max's collegiate eligibility was up, he decided to turn the grind fully into his studies, where he decided to go to graduate school and get his master's degree in science and engineering management. Rauch also received the CUSA All-Academic Team Award in 2019 as an undergraduate and 2021 as a graduate.
We have people, Max included, like you said, he's a D1 athlete. He's got other things to do. He's one of our GAs. He's one of our great GAs. He helps us get the paperwork done, make sure that we are on track and that we're doing what we need to do.
In Murfreesboro, TJ Myers, Middle Tennessee News.
Thanks, TJ, for engineering that interesting package. We look forward to seeing what else Max does in the engineering world. Blue Raider football is coming off their bye week and are determined to keep the Miners from gold. MTSU will face off against UTEP this Saturday on the road after running out of gas in the 100 miles of hate against Western Kentucky. The Raiders will be looking to snap a 3-game losing streak, as well as get their first CUSA win of the season. MT will look to utilize Chase Cunningham's cannon arm and also get the running game up in RPMs and out of its slump. They will have to deal with a late start time of 8 p.m. Central that could also play a role, as it is the latest they have started this year. Time will tell if the Blue Raiders can bounce back like the Phillies this Saturday and potentially save their season. You can catch this game on ESPN Plus, as well as their next game against Louisiana Tech. Women's golf has concluded their fall slate with a bang. The team participated in the Old Stone Intercollegiate in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and dealt with so many variables that it would confuse a math professor. Play on Monday was stopped due to darkness enveloping the sky, which led to it resuming on Tuesday. That day saw more shenanigans, as wind reached 15 miles per hour, sending balls flying like airplanes all over the green. Despite the challenges, MTSU was not fazed and was led by Taylor Edlin, who recorded a team-high 36th place tournament finish. The end score after 54 holes was 9-14 for the Blue Raiders. We will next spot the team in February when they head to Macon, Georgia to play in the Reynolds Lake Oconee Invitational. MTSU women's basketball is back in business for the 2022-23 season. Over the past week, they have received more honors than a college valedictorian, as they were picked as the CUSA Championship preseason favorites. Individual players were also recognized, as Courtney Whitson, Savannah Wheeler, and Sania Malashka were all named to the All-CUSA preseason team. MT will get a chance to test their mettle in an exhibition showdown on Friday night at the Glass House. The Lady Raiders will face off against Christian Brothers Friday at 6 p.m. The Raiders will look to hope to be as scary as Jason Voorhees in this Halloween edition game, and will hope to make a statement as to what we can expect from them this year. Soccer will make their final kick at home this season tonight. MTSU will play host to the Rice Owls in a showdown of 2 teams looking to end the year strong. The team has struggled as they currently sit at a 2-10-3 record, but hope this game will be a springboard before moving into the CUSA tournament. Several Blue Raiders seniors will get their last word, including Hannah Suter. Last year's game saw MTSU prevail as they unleashed a goal barrage that saw them pick up a 4-3 win. The game starts at 7 tonight and is your last chance to catch the Raiders this year. head over to Dean A. Hayes Track and Soccer Stadium after the newscast. If you also want another option to potentially watch on TV, check out ESPN Plus for a streaming option to check out the game. Kira, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. And wrapping up our show tonight, today is National Pumpkin Day. Since 2018, October 26th has been designated to National Pumpkin Day to celebrate this famous fall veggie. Pumpkins date back over 5,000 years in North America and have been used for a variety of foods and recreations.
Most notably, pumpkins are a fall staple and are used to represent both Halloween and Thanksgiving. In honor of National Pumpkin Day, you can enjoy a special pumpkin treat or even carve a crazy face in honor of the upcoming Halloween holiday. And before we go, I also wanted to wish our own anchor, Kira Fullington, a very happy 22nd birthday today. We don't know what we would do without you, Kira.
Thanks, Carly, and everyone here. And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight on Middle Tennessee News. I'm Kira Fullington, joined by Carly Sutton, Dylan Simmons, and Sarah Ottman. If you missed this or any show, you can watch them on our website, middletennesseenews.net.
And make sure to follow us on all of our social media sites as well, Facebook/Middle Tennessee News or at Middle TN News on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We will see you on Monday, October 31st for our next show.
Son, love is like the ocean. You have to tread the waters.
Dad, that's not the kind of help I needed. Jessica, will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.